Hey y'all, Purpose Girl here. Glad to be with you again another night. Just wanted to check in on you and see how you're doing with this 21-day challenge. It's really been a blessing to me. And I kind of, like I told you yesterday, I was kind of in a funk a little bit, and I just had to kind of will myself out of it, which is new for me because if I end up in a funk, then I'm just in a funk for a couple of weeks, and it kind of just slows down my productivity, interferes with my relationships. And so I've been really intentional about the way I internalize discouragement or disappointment. And I'm telling you now, there is no God like my God. I told you that on Saturday, I saw a word from Pastor Stephen Furtick online that kind of prepared me for the brick wall I hit yesterday. Well, on top of that, so, I encouraged myself in that moment, and then I encouraged you, and I felt so much better, but I woke up feeling like, still kind of feeling down about it. Hey, Malika, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on, honey. And so I kept feeling a little bit down about it, and then I started editing my book. And my book, which is 180-day devotional book, just kind of same concept, to go 180 days, to go from fear and faith in it, to have our faith grow so that we won't be trapped by fear and all the things that we think can hold us back. And so I'm editing this book, and while I'm editing the book, it's like God is ministering to me through things that I wrote 3 years ago. And so I was just like, God, you are so amazing. So I'm just seeing God's hand in my own encouragement, and in while I'm encouraging you, and while I'm launching this YouTube channel, and while I'm working on my book, all these things that I think, is for other people. I see God really, really blessing me through all of these things. So I am excited about that. I am happy to say that I am no longer eating rice and beans. Oh my goodness, I was so sick of it. No more rice and beans. No more oatmeal. I was so sick of it, and it really did help me to kind of be really empathetic towards people who have less choices, and who deal with that on a daily basis, and to really feel grateful for all that I have and all that God has given me. So, what are you grateful for? Malika, ping in and let me know what you're feeling grateful for today. What's something that maybe God has done for you? What's something that you're really thankful about, or something that's good that's going on with you? And as you do that, where is it? Aha! I did really well today. I complained one time, and it was a little itty bitty one. And the great thing about it is that now that I'm doing this challenge, and my husband knows I'm doing this challenge, my husband said, "Oh, babe, you complaining?" And I was like, "Oh, oh, snap!" So it's good that he's holding me accountable for complaining, and it really is great to have somebody walk alongside you and kind of help you out with that. So I did complain a little teeny weeny bit. I didn't get all the way through the complaint because I had somebody kind of just jar me and say, "Hey, stop tripping." And so, but the other thing that I'm kind of thinking about while I'm going through this challenge, number one, I've been doing my deep breathing. My deep breathing has been key over the last couple of days, but again, my days were hectic, and yesterday was kind of discouraging. So I did my deep breathing to kind of just help me decompress and kind of breathe away some of the anxiety I was feeling. And it really, 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 truly was helpful. But another thing that I'm thinking about is this: Forgiving the Unforgivable by David Stoop, PhD. And this book, I read it years ago, and it's really, 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 really kind of amazing. And so I've been thinking about it. I just want to read Malika's comment real quick. Since I have been out of work for a year and 2 months, that I have food on the table, a car to drive, a roof over my head, though it has been rough. My child and I, we weren't out of things. Praise the Lord. Surely being out of work and struggling is a rough situation, but to hear Malika say God is still good, or I'm still okay, and provision has still been made, and we didn't starve, and we've still got our car, that is amazing. And that's the idea of this 180-day challenge, to kind of flip your thinking, and instead of complaining about the situation you have, really embracing that though you have challenges, you also have blessings. So, back to my forgiving the unforgivable. This book was really integral in my learning how to forgive different things that had happened in my life. And it really was a way for me to get unstuck and to get free. Because what I didn't realize is, while I thought I was punishing people by not forgiving them, what I was really doing was punishing me. I was really, really, truly punishing me. And so this book, Forgiving the Unforgivable, really helped me get free. And that also freed up my thinking so that I wouldn't be negative all the time. Being stuck in unforgiveness sometimes causes you to think about life in a negative, cynical way. So if I can't forgive so and so for doing this for me, then when I meet this next person and they kind of maybe they make jokes like so and so makes, or maybe they have a personality similar to so and so, all of a sudden I'm very cynical about this individual because I haven't forgiven so and so. It's the same thing with our relationships. I can't tell you, how many boys have broken my heart, and so it was very hard for me to trust. When I met my husband, it was very hard for me to trust him. But in going through and learning how to forgive, that really kind of freed me to be able to look at situations differently, and to be able to look at people differently, and to be able to open up myself to new friendships. There was a point in my life where I was like, no new friends. No new friends. That was just my motto. Maybe, let's see, like maybe I want to say 10 years ago, that was my motto. No new friends. I'd been hurt so much in friendships that I was like, you know what? The friends that I have now, those are all the friends that I'm ever going to have. And I'm never going to make new friends because I can't trust people. And so, with that, going through this forgiving the unforgivable, then I was able to open myself up to new friends. And if I didn't open myself up to new friends, then I wouldn't be friends with Miss Malika. I wouldn't have opened my heart to that. And there are so many people that I know now that have enriched my life and really caused me to have such a powerful experience in sisterhood and in friendship. And that would not have happened if I had not gone through this process to learn how to forgive the unforgivable. And so I want to encourage you. I am going to post my um, just something that I did around the topic of forgiveness, something that I did to go through the phases and stages of forgiveness, and it was really, really helpful to me. I will post it in the description box so that after the live feed, you can go on and you can see it in the video description, where it'll show you exactly some things that I did to kind of forgive the unforgivable. And some of those things come from this book. And some of them are just things that I did in my own spiritual experience and that were very, very helpful to me. And so I am going to post that so that if you decide, if you say to yourself, you know what, there are some things that I probably need to forgive. There are some people that I probably need to forgive, that will be posted there for you. And the other huge reason why forgiveness is super, super duper important is because the Bible says that if we don't forgive, then we don't get forgiveness. And I don't know about you, but I need it every single day. This past Saturday in church, the sermon was about that servant who was forgiven a debt and then went and just yoked the next dude up who owed him money, yoked him up in his chest and was like, pay me my money, or it's you this, or it's you that. Though he had been forgiven a debt that was so much greater. And so that's where I am. No one can do to me what I did to Christ. No one has crucified me. No one has put me up on a cross. and crucified me. And so the fact that Jesus did that for me so that I could have forgiveness and that my sin sent him there. How in the world could I not offer that forgiveness to somebody else? It's so hypocritical. But I get it because I've been there. I've been in the spot where I'm like, I'm not forgiving you for that. You don't, no, you don't get back in my space. You're not going to hurt me again. No, we're not doing that. That would just be foolish if I let you back in my space. But how many times does God let us back in his space? And I know some people would say, well, God is God and I'm not, I'm just a person. But we're supposed to bear his image on earth so that when people come across us, it's almost as though they came across him. And so, yes, my for me in my house, I'm trying to offer people what I get, not just because it's fair, but because if I don't offer them forgiveness, then I don't get it from him, and I need it desperately. So I will post that in the box. Is there anything that you need to forgive someone for? Is there anything that's got you stuck, got you clogged up? For unforgiveness will clog you up. Eastern medicine shows that unforgiveness could actually affect your organs. That hate and bitterness and all of that. There are specific organs in your body that Eastern medicine says can be affected by certain emotions. And so when we are unforgiving, oh man, we're the ones that we're drinking the poison. We think that we're like poisoning the other person, but we are actually drinking the poison ourselves. And so is there anything clogging you up? Is there anything killing you, holding you hostage? Something that you need to forgive someone for? I hope that what I post in the description box will be helpful to you as you go through your process of forgiveness. And I hope that as you receive forgiveness from God every day and you are grateful for that, that you can offer that same break to someone else. And remember, from purpose, girl, to you, girl, you are free. Now stay free.